You know, sometimes a story is really about a single choice, a choice that ends up defining the very meaning of strength. So, let's start with a really big question. Why would anyone, especially someone who has everything, just walk away from power willingly? It's a question that kind of makes you stop and think, right? What's really more valuable, the power you can hold or the principles that hold you?
To get to the heart of that question, we need to look at a timeless story, a story about a prince and a truly impossible choice he had to make. Okay, so in this ancient kingdom, there was a prince named Rama, and he was, by all accounts, the epitome of virtue. Righteous, dutiful, just respected by everyone.
And it wasn't just that he was respected, he was the rightful heir. The kingdom, the power, the crown, all of it was his destiny. It was all lined up for him. But destiny hit a roadblock. See, a forgotten promise, one made by his father the king years and years ago, was suddenly called in, and it created this absolutely impossible situation.
So this was the choice laid out before him: claim the power that was rightfully his, or uphold the truth of his father's word. The crown, or his father's honor. I mean, what do you even do with that?
He chose not the throne, but exile. 14 years, banished from his own kingdom. He just gave it all up.
And his commitment to what was right was so absolute. He didn't even hesitate.
So what on earth could motivate a sacrifice like that? To really get why he walked away, we have to understand the core principle that guided his every single step.
And the answer lies in this one powerful concept: dharma. Now, you can define it as righteousness, or moral duty, or ethical conduct. But for Rama, this wasn't just an idea in a book. It was the very framework of his existence. It was everything. There's this ancient verse that just perfectly captures the heart of this whole philosophy.
It translates to a simple but profound creed. A life can be lost, but a promise can never be broken. For Rama, upholding truth, what's called satya, was the highest duty of all. It was more valuable than any kingdom, more valuable even than life itself.
And when you look at it that way, the whole story changes. It stops being about what he lost, and it becomes about the incredible, almost unimaginable strength that he showed. This is where you see the fundamental difference. Holding power, that's external. It's based on stuff you possess, which is always temporary. But upholding truth, that's internal. That's based on timeless principles. One is about what you have. The other is about who you are.
But making that choice, choosing who you are, choosing truth, it has a cost.
And what's so remarkable is that he wasn't alone in this. His wife, Sita, chose the forest with him over the palace. His brother, Lakshmana, chose to serve him instead of enjoying his status. And his other brother, Bharata, actually refused the throne. He put Rama's sandals on it and just ruled as a caretaker. So this wasn't just one man's choice. It was an entire family's deep understanding of what truly matters.
Which, of course, brings this ancient story right to our doorstep, to the choices we all face in our own lives.
Can you walk away from power when truth demands it?